first-round pick, 11th overall. We'd like to get to know you a little better before committing to you. I'm sure you understand. We have a couple of questions, if you don't mind. We feel like we already have some great young guards on our roster in Monte Ellis and Stephen Curry. Where do you see yourself fitting in with those guys?
That's a good question, but I really do not like them. But this is Mr. Jackie's video, the pre-draft interviews. Hope you guys enjoy, but
look,
I'm not
really
for your roster.
A fit with your current roster. You guys already have some nice guards, guys that would cut into my playing time. I'd rather go to a place where my talents would be best used, and I'm sorry, but that's just not with the Warriors.
All right then, one more. This team has a lot of momentum right now. We went through a rough stretch and had some recent draft picks that didn't work out. With guys like Monte, Stephen Curry, and David Lee, we really feel like we're on the up and up. We like what we've seen out of you, but how do you see yourself fitting in with the team?
Man, he's just using Monte Ellis and Stephen Curry too much.
Look, you got some great young players on your roster, but I got to keep it real here, man. I really don't see it working out between me and you. I'm looking to jump into a winning situation, and you guys in Oakland don't exactly have a history of that. It's nothing personal. I just need to do me, baby. Know what I mean?
Whoa, I just slammed their franchise so hard. Wow. That's mean.
I appreciate your honesty answering my questions. Best of luck to you in the draft.
Next interview for the
I know
Bobcats.
you just got done playing and probably want to catch a shower, so I'll keep this brief. I'm with the Bobcats, and we're picking 9th in the upcoming draft. We love what we saw in you tonight and want to ask you some questions to see how well you would fit in with us. Question number 1. I feel like we have our point guard of the future in DJ Augustin, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't look at all available options in the draft. How do you think you compare to DJ?
Man, DJ's not that good. Draft him.
I think DJ's a good player, but I think I'm a much more complete player. If you draft me, you'll be moving your franchise forward a number of years.
Whoops.
He still has good trade value, and I really think you'd be able to bring in another solid piece to build around if you draft me.
Yep. DJ going, I'm staying.
Interesting. Next question. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple of years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Yeah, but it'll be tough, man.
I've never really lost in my entire life. I've always been good enough to propel every team I've ever been on to success. I realize the NBA will be different in that regard, at least at the start of my career. This will really test my patience, but as a man, I'm up for the challenge.
That was a pretty good response. I should give them a right impression.
Okay then, I think we got what we needed. Appreciate you taking the time to meet with us.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept on freezing up, but yeah, this is a pre-draft interview.
Hello,
Utah
nice
Jazz.
to meet you. I'm the Director of Player Personnel for the Utah Jazz. My scouts have expressed a lot of interest in you. Before I can give my blessing to use our draft pick on you, I'd like to ask you a couple
His
of
blessing?
questions. You know, to make
What
sure
the
you
heck?
fit in with what
This
we do
ain't
here.
no... Whatever.
I really think the first piece to getting this franchise back on track is to find and develop our point guard of the future. The point is the one position that can really make or break a team and change the overall direction of the franchise. Looking back at the Hornets, look at what Chris Paul did for that team. We want a point guard who will do the same for us, and we think you might be that guy. Convince us of that.
Yeah, honestly, I think this team's just too raw. I feel like if I came to Salt Lake City, it would be the me show. I need to have some experienced vets around to help
I'm
me
slamming
grow
their
and
players
help
like a
me win.
mess.
I just don't see that happening here in Utah. Sorry.
I just slapped him in the face.
Let's see. One more question, if you don't mind. We realize that here in Utah, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or a New York or Chicago. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization. Someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Utah Jazz. Someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of the Utah Jazz. Are you that person?
To be honest, I'm a big city kind of guy. I don't think Salt Lake City has the type of vibe I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have a great organization and a great fan base. It's just not for me. That cool?
Wow, I just slammed their city then.
Thanks for answering our questions. I don't know that we're a fit for you at this time. We'll need to discuss internally. I'll be in touch.
Well, on to the draft. Pause the video right now to see what they wrote down. And I'll see you guys right after the draft, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good evening and welcome to the 2011 NBA Draft. Tonight we celebrate a new class of basketball talent that has made its way to the NBA. Their dedication and hard work and that of their families has paid off, and this moment is the next step in their promising young careers. It is also a time of extraordinary optimism and hope for the fans of our teams as they look for yet additional great players to make their teams better. The selections that are made tonight will be viewed by millions of NBA fans around the world in more than 200 countries as they make their way to become NBA players. Everyone is ready, so let's get started. With the first pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Doug Martin from the University of Michigan. With the second pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Cliff Davis from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Derek Gibson from the University of Tennessee. With the fourth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Larry Douglas from the University of Florida. With the fifth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Nick Brown from Boston College. With the sixth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Brad Mason from DePaul University. With the seventh pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Raymond Rice from the University of Illinois. With the eighth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Aaron Dixon from the University of Kansas. With the ninth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Bobcats select the 19-year-old point guard from the University
Let's
of
go,
Alabama.
Alex Jockey going to the Charlotte Bobcats. Look at the stats: 24 points, 8 assists, 1 block, 2 rebounds, 3 steals, 30%. Need to get that up. 50%. Wow, just look at that. Contract negotiations. Wow. Look at that. 2.02 mil. 2 years. This is gonna be good. Rookie year. I don't know why it freezes up like that, but I don't know. Alex, I can't begin to tell how excited we are that you are part of a team. We started a new ad campaign on the billboards around town, completely centered around your revival. Let me know what you think. Marketing department. Let's look at this sexy thing. Let me see that picture. Ooh. I have arrived, and next video will be our first game. See you.